Today we're going to be looking at notes on how to write an argument, which is something that we're going to be working on pretty consistently over the next couple of weeks. The very first thing that you want to look at is, and this is basically the way that we're going to be taking notes, so every piece of this format I want you to write down. An argument consists of a claim, evidence, reason, counter-argument, and conclusion. So in your introductory paragraph, you're going to present a claim. You're going to tell me in a thesis statement, basically, this is your assertion statement. What opinion are you going to argue or try to persuade? And then once you get into the body of your essay, you start using evidence, which is facts that support your argument. You start using reason, which is the logic that connects the event to your argument. You need to insert a counter-argument somewhere in there, claims that go against your claim. And then your very last paragraph is going to be the conclusion, which is the summary of your argument or the final judgment that you've reached through your argument. So if we have to put it together, I want everybody to look at this very rudimentary example of a argument written out. We start off in the introduction. It says, everyone knows that studying helps you learn. Likewise, exercising your body is as important as exercising your mind. So that right there is the claim. Okay, this right here is your claim. And then you give us evidence. Okay, in fact, people who exercise more do better on tests when they do not study, even when they do not study any more than others. People who do some gentle exercise as they are listening to new information tend to remember it better. So that's a claim, that's evidence, and then of course your reasoning is in there as well, which we'll go over reasoning in a minute. And then you conclude it. So if you want to learn more and learn better, do not just hit the books, get moving. So there is some sort of call to action because they're attempting to get you to go along with their beliefs. Okay, so when we actually look at the steps to building an argument, one of the first things that you want to do is introduce your claims, and you want to make sure that everyone knows your main point is, okay? That is very important. Clearly state your claim. And so underneath that we have an example in blue. Digital books may be catching on, but readers still want printed books. So right away, it's a very clear example. It's clear and focused. It draws a clear distinction between digital and printed books. And it also explains what the author believes about both. So right away, you know that this person is going to push the idea that printed books are more important than digital books. And then you got to support your claim. Your argument is not strong if you don't support it. I mean, I can't just say, hey, you know, printed books are better than digital books, and then just leave it at that. I have to give you reasons why. You need to write clear reasons and support them with evidence. So as we see here, readers still desire printed books. According to the 2015 Internet poll by Time Magazine, printed books sales dropped when digital readers were introduced. But now, sales of traditional books are rising again. So now that we have given our claim, we're supporting it with evidence. And now is where we get to where the reasoning comes in, okay? So these three things, if anything is really super important right now, it's this part right here. You have to connect your claim, your evidence, and your reason. So let's take a look at this claim. The Portland Timberwolves, and this is a made-up team, the Portland Timberwolves will win the state championship this year. And so now I need to give evidence. What makes me think that? Okay, well, I'm going to give you that. They have a great running game, a tough defense, and they have quick and strong players. And then you need to come up with reasons. Okay, well, why is that important? Why is it important that they have a good running game, a tough defense, and quick and strong players? And then I just give that reason. The last team to win the state championship had the exact same characteristics. So in a way, it's kind of like when you have that annoying kid always asking you why. You just want to cover as many whys as possible. So here's another example. We have a claim and it says, I don't think it's a good idea to picnic today. Okay, that's the claim. So this person's claim is that today is not a good day to picnic. Evidence, it's raining. But here's the problem. The rain is a fact, but it is not a complete reason for something. Okay, it's evidence, but it's not a reason. So your reason needs to connect your evidence to your argument. So what we want to do is we want to finish it up. Claim, I don't think that it's a good idea to picnic today. The evidence, it is raining. The reason, so we will get wet if we are outside. Okay, that is why. And I know that that sounds like kind of like a no-duh statement, but it is what it is. It is raining, and yes, that is a fact. That is an absolute fact with regard to the weather, but how does that fact alter whether or not we should take a picnic? Well, because we're going to get wet. And then what I'm going to challenge you to do is to come up with your own reasons. So what I'm giving you is 5 sentences that offer a claim and evidence, and then I want you to come up with a reason. So it says, I don't want to watch Titanic. Titanic is a romance. But what is the reason behind it? I mean, Titanic is a romance. But why does that have anything to do with you wanting to watch it or not wanting to watch it? So what we would put maybe for our reason is that romance movies bore me. Romance movies remind me too much of my ex, and I don't want to be sad. So we have to give reasons for that, okay? I'll help you with number 2, and then you're going to do 3, 4, and 5 on your own. I'm going to wash my truck. The weather will be bright and sunny all week. Okay, so the weather's going to be bright and sunny. I'm going to wash my truck. And so as far as the reasons go, since it will be bright and sunny all week, there won't be any rain to ruin the work that I put in of washing my truck. So that's the reason. Now, yes, these are all very rudimentary, and of course, when you are writing your essays, they're going to be a little more involved, but I do want you to see the simplicity of linking your claims, your evidence, and your reasons together, because that in and of itself is a paragraph. And you're going to be expected to probably give me a minimum of 4 paragraphs, 1 intro, 2 bodies, and a conclusion. So whatever you're arguing, there's going to need to be a claim, evidence, and reason, and you can pretty much easily make 2 paragraphs out of that. The last thing that I want to focus on, well, actually, let me go ahead with number 3. English is my worst subject. English requires too much reading. Okay, so you're going to have to come up with a reason why too much reading makes English your worst subject. Okay, what is it about reading? Is it that you're not very good at it? Is it that it bores you? Is it that maybe you have a problem reading? You know, I have a lot of students that have issues. They have reading issues. Maybe you don't practice reading enough. Maybe you could be a good reader, but you don't practice enough, and so therefore it's something that you want to avoid as much as possible. That's what a lot of people do today. They run from their problems instead of face them. Number 4, Metallica is my favorite band. Their songs are deep. So the fact that Metallica has deep songs, their lyrics are very deep, what does that have to do with Metallica being your favorite? Well, there's a lot of bands out there that just put out songs about, you know, love and relationships, but Metallica, they sing about political issues, and they sing about war, and they sing about the Bible. I mean, they even have a Bible song, you know. So, you know, maybe that's the reason, you know, it's that kind of thing interests you. It gives more complexity to what they have to offer than other bands. Number 5, I like Android phones better than iPhones. Android phones use Type-C USB connectors. And at this point, you know, you need to come up with a reason. What are the reasons that a Type-C USB connector makes you like Android phones over iPhones? So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing in class, and we're also going to be going over the idioms. So just make sure that you're paying attention to that, and understand that over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing a lot of writing that is going to consist of making an argument and writing it out. So anyway, if you have any questions, please give me an email, and I'll talk to you later.